What is up, Facebook and people all around the world? It is ID to the J with the rollaway. It is Tuesday, June 29th at 12:25 p.m. Let me say, just as this is scrolling at the bottom of the screen, I do not own any of the rights to the music that are playing unless it's my songs that I've done, which they are copywritten. So, but I don't own any of the music or any rights to the music or anything that's playing in the background. I'm just doing this for fun. So, with that being said, welcome. I want to spend just the next few minutes with you on a couple of things. Now, I titled this basically, okay, so here it is. So, I'm on a drop a bombshell real quick. And honestly, I've dropped this bombshell before. But I want to drop this again, and I want to let y'all know this is not intended to hurt anybody, but I'm going to say a couple things that are on my mind real quick, and I want you to listen because it's important. To be honest, what I've come to realize in my life is two things. There are people who like me, support what I say, agree with what I believe, agree with what I do, and then there are those who don't. Okay? So, bottom line, we're going to be talking about two things. If you like me, like me. If you don't, don't. Okay? That is strictly your opinion. And it don't hurt me, no, never mind, no way. Okay? You don't like you don't like what I post on my page? Get off. You don't want to watch My CP Does Not Define Me every Wednesday? Get off my page. Don't follow me. If you like it, if you agree with it, if it means something to you, great. That is great. I'm glad that I'm reaching you. But what I'm not going to do is stop doing what I'm good at and what I believe in because someone says I shouldn't do it or shouldn't have it or should do something differently. I don't care if you're the president of the United States. I don't care if you're Congress. I don't care if you're a boss. I don't care if you're a best friend that I've known for 20 years. If you like me, you like me. If you don't, if you've been beside me. I don't care if you were with me in the womb. Okay? And my twin pops out and says, I don't want you to do this. Okay? If I feel strongly about it, unless I discuss it and there's a legit reason why I need to change it, I'm not changing for you. Okay? I don't care if we've been friends 4 years. I don't care if we've been friends 40 years. I'm not going to stop doing what I'm doing. And I'm going to say something else. People are going to stop telling me I'm going to do this for you and then not do it. I'm done. I'm done with that bullshit. I don't have time for cockamamie bullshit. I don't. I'm sorry. If you got the nerve and you got the work and you got the art and you got the function, gumption, and thought to say, I'm going to do this by this time and you don't do it, that's on you, not on me. So don't get mad at me when I come to you and say, I'm just trying to see where we're at here. This hasn't happened yet. Okay? Don't talk to me about patience when you make an agreement with me and that agreement is not kept. Don't do it. Don't talk to me about wanting things too much or going about things the wrong way or saying, look, I understand there's a proper way to say things and there's a proper way to do things. But I tell you what, there's also a proper way in being held accountable for doing what you say you're going to do. And that's on both ends. This right here, this world looks for excuses. And people in this world look for excuses. Everybody does it. I can't do this week because. I can't do this week because. I can't fix my car because. I ain't got the money because. I can't make it to work because. Because in one hand and shit in the other, and see which one fills up fastest. I told you. I'm being real on this video, y'all. I'm tired of people making promises they don't keep. Okay? Now, the other thing is, I understand stuff comes up. Okay? I'm not one to say, look, if something comes up, I get it. I totally understand. People have things in their lives that you can't account for. There are deaths in the family. There are things that come up. There are trips that come up. There are all these little things. But if that happens every month or every week or every 3 months, or whenever you're supposed to do what you're supposed to do, and you got to have somebody else tell you to do it, or me to remind you every couple of months, no. You are going to be held accountable and do what you say you're going to freaking do, or don't do it, and don't ask me to help you. Because I'm not going to do it. Now, one thing I'm not going to do is back out on my people, okay? When I tell people I'm there for something, I'm there for something. If I say I'm committed to something, I'm committed to it. That's who I am. That's what I am. That's the DJ that I'm talking about, that I'm not changing for no fucking body. And if you don't like it, get the hell off my page. If you don't like what I'm about, if you don't like what I do, if you don't like the things I say, get off my page. I ain't got time for you. I'm done. I'm done catering to people because they think I need to. Okay? There's a difference in wanting to help somebody and being in the same situation with somebody that does the same shit every week and don't change it. There's a realism in my life, and there's a realism of something I realize about who I am and what I am. I will not change because you think I should. I will not do now. Now, do I evaluate my group's opinion? Do I evaluate the group's opinion? Do I evaluate the people in my life that lift me up? Yes, I do. Do I evaluate the people's opinions on here? Yes, I do. But again, as I said, there's a right way and a wrong way to say things and do things on here. Okay? And I'm not trying. Thank you, Rena. I appreciate that, sweetheart. I love you too. Hey, Aaron, how are you? I agree. Okay, that I'm not gonna verbally blast somebody. Okay, and if I blast you, there's a reason for it. If you get on my nerves enough for me to verbally blast you, there's a reason for it. And you better damn well take a look at yourself. Because it's something somewhere, something for me to blast somebody on Facebook, you got to really get on my last nerve. Okay? Now, people got a right to feel how they want to feel. Okay? Emotion is emotion. I get that. You can comment on my shit even if you don't like it. But if you comment on my shit every week and tell me how bad it is, get the fuck off my page. I ain't got time. I'm telling you, if you're just there just to comment negatively on my shit, go comment on somebody else's shit. I ain't got time for you. That's who I am and what I am. I'm a man. I'm a full-grown ass man. Now, let me go back to something I said. Accountability works verbally, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. Accountability. I want to talk about accountability for something. If I tell you I'm going to do something, 95% of the time I'm going to do it. And unless I'm dying or unless something has happened to where I can't make it, I'd say 92 to 95% of the time I'm going to be accountable for what I say. Nobody is perfect. Nobody is perfect. Don't get me wrong. I am not saying there are not exceptions to the rule. But if you tell me and you don't talk to me and you don't communicate with me and you don't say, look, this is what happened. This is why it happened. This is why I couldn't do it. And then you turn around next week and say the same damn thing. Okay, I don't forget. I have a memory like you wouldn't believe. And people are shocked. I can remember shit you said, shit you did, where you went, when you came back, what you said before I said it. And sometimes I forget. Everybody forgets. It happens. But if you forget every week or every month or every 3 months or every 4 months, something is wrong with you and you need to get your ass checked. People realize your word to someone else is important. Your word to someone else is also powerful. And something else I want to say, your word to someone else is meaningful. It's meaningful because when you tell somebody something, it does something to them. You build trust, you build respect, you build dignity, you build honor, you build all of these things. And when you back out on your word, you break it. You break it for no reason. And that's the shit that pisses me off to no end, because somebody said, oh, I meant to do this, but I got too busy and forgot. Do you know how many freaking reminders you can put in a fucking phone? You got calendars, you got reminders, you got Siri, you got this, you put all this stuff, automatic reminders to wipe your own ass in your phone, but you can't call somebody or tell somebody or go to somebody when you said you were going to go. You got all these reminders you can set in your phone, but you can't be honest enough to do what you say you're going to do, live up to your word, and go on. That right there is value, folks. That is personal value. It is respect. It is decency. Okay? But everybody, the people that don't do it, all they want to do is find out and explain why they can't. But what I'm talking about is when you show them when they can, then they get scared then. And won't admit up to their mistake. Okay? When you fuck up, admit to it. I do it. If I fuck up, I fuck up. It happens. It happens, guys. It's life. People screw up. But having the decency within inside your mind, inside your heart, then that means that you're more of a man or a woman than you'll ever say you'll be if you fess up to your mistake and honor what you didn't do. And that is also part of being accountable. So I'm going to say this. If you like me, like me. If you love me, love me. If you want me with all you got. If you don't, go the fuck on. I ain't got time for you. I refuse to change my life because of something you don't like. I got 6 words for you. Get the fuck off my page. Right there. Bottom line. If you support me, do it. If you agree with me, great. If you share my stuff, thank you. If you believe in me, thank you. If you walk beside me, roll beside me, scoot beside me, if you move with me, thank you. But if you hold me back, if you put me down, and if you don't like what I do, I'm telling you this. I'm cutting your ass loose today. I'm done. I don't have time for people to want me to change something about myself when they can't look in the mirror and realize it's not always on me. Sometimes it's on you. Not a lot of people realize how much self-reflection I do every damn day. Do you know having CP is part of self-reflection? Do you know dealing with CP every fucking moment of your life is part of self-reflection? Do people see it? Do people understand it? Some do because they got it. But you know what? Every case is different. And if you think for 1 second that because you don't do what you say you're going to do, I'm going to be the same way, I got 2 words for you. Fuck off. Because I ain't got time for it. It is ridiculous to me how quickly honor dissipates in this world. And how quickly somebody's word just dissipates. You know a great person with honor and respect? My buddy Steven. Steve does his best every week to hang out with me. Every week. And when he needs a Steve day to do what he's got to do, he's got the balls to call me and tell me, hey bro, I need a weekend to myself, man. And I respect the hell out of that because we communicate. And I understand that people need space and people need time away and people need time to themselves because they have lives too. It's honor. Honor is powerful and respectful and real. And if you can't, my another friend of mine, Mike Smith, when he says, I'm going to be there, 99% of the time, he's there. If he can't make it, he calls me. My buddy Max, now we have an agreement. If we can't make it, just text me. Let me know. If you don't want to do something, text me. Let me know. People in the group that I'm with, reach out to me. Check on me. How you doing? How you feeling? That means something to me. Because it's honor. And I used to do this a lot. I used to say, I'm going to call you. I'm going to call you and not call you. That's on me. That's on me. I have to hold myself accountable too. Understand that. I've got to hold myself accountable as well with what I say and with what I do. And if I don't, I would hope somebody would come to me respectfully and say, hey, man, you said you were going to call me and you didn't do it. What happened? And you know what? The first thing I'm going to say is, you know what? You're right. I should have called you. I'm not going to say I couldn't because. I'm going to say, you know what? You're right. I should have called you. I should have communicated. I should have. My fault. That's on me. That's my bad. You know what? Because I'm a fucking man and I have honor inside my heart. That's the truth. If you can't see within yourself to hold yourself accountable, you're not going to hold anybody else accountable either. And I'm going to tell you what, if you got 60 things on your plate, it is very hard to follow through with one. I'm just saying. Sometimes you got to clean that shit off and you got to reevaluate where you're at. Sometimes you got to be real with yourself. And sometimes you got to change a song because that shit irritates the hell out you and you don't want to hear this song. You know, I look at my life and I'm going to say this. One of the things that I try to do the best I can is keep my word. Now, part of this right here is going back to accountability. You look at a parent and a child. You tell a child, you're taking a child to the park, and you go back on that child's, you go back on your word. That child don't forget. And I'm going to tell you right now, you will remember it later. Hurting a child mentally can break them down for the rest of their life. And the one thing I can say that my mother never did is break me down mentally. She did her absolute best and held herself accountable with what she said. Now, later on in life, shit started happening and shit hit the fan. Like I said, things come up. And I understand that. I get that wholeheartedly. That's part of life. But something can't come up every time. There has to be a point where someone steps in and holds themselves accountable or holds someone else accountable. Being a leader takes accountability and honor. And I'm stressing on honor a lot because honor is not just something you give or you do. It's something that you hold to your core value of yourself. You know, I look at my life every day and I evaluate myself. Every year, I take an evaluation of myself. What can I do better? What did I not do this year that I said I was going to do? I look back at my notes, my cards, my thoughts, my journals, my videos over the year, and I look and I see when these videos pass, why? Why do they pass? What was on my mind when I did them? Why does it matter to me so much what people think? Why does it bother me so much when someone doesn't like me? It doesn't bother me so much that they don't like me. It's that they don't have the balls to tell me. And I got to see it for myself. They got to trash me or put me down or make me feel 2 inches tall. That stops the fucking day. Because I don't have time for that. Because I want to be better than I was yesterday. Better than I was today. Not to make my head bigger, but to realize I'm doing what I say I'm going to do. I'm holding myself accountable. I'm keeping my word to people. Young and old. Middle-aged. Men. Women. Both. I don't care. If you tell your dog you're going to take her for a walk, take her for a walk. Hold yourself accountable to what you say you're going to do. Because I'll say this. Your accountability that you don't do here is going to mess you up there. Because we're all going to be judged eventually. And I can't say I've done a lot of things right. I can say I've done a lot of things wrong. But the one thing that I try to do is hold my word as my bond the best I can. Because the people that I reach out to and myself as an individual that I carry is not just a black belt piece of fabric that I wear. It is the act of self of being a black belt in every situation that comes out. Do I handle every situation properly? No. Do I realize that I don't handle every situation properly? Yes. So please understand me when I say self-reflection, value, honor, accountability, being true to yourself, and being true to others means something. If you have trouble remembering things, put them in your phone. Get a recorder to have it set to remind you. They got them. Stop making excuses as to why you don't do things and start setting up your foundation today to be a better person. Not because I told you, not because I want you to, because you realize what I'm saying is the truth. Because you realize what I'm talking about is valuable for you and myself. I want you guys to know that are up here listening to this, I'm not just saying be accountable. I'm saying I have to hold myself accountable too, because that is the person I am. But you know what? That's also the DJ that I want to be. And that is good enough for me. And anybody else that doesn't like that can go to fuck on. Because you're going to do what you're going to do anyway. And when your life is total crap and total disposition and you're in chaos and you wonder why, and you come back later and you think, man, he was right. You know what? I'm still going to be doing here the same thing I was always doing. Reaching out to people, and you'll probably be one of them, wondering why. Because I'm passionate about it. Because it means something to me. Because I love helping people to change their lives for the better because they want to. And they realize that the man in the mirror they're looking at is not the one they need to be, but the one they want to be. Do you want to change your life today? Do you want to start holding yourself accountable? Not because I'm asking you to, but because you realize you need to? Do you want to be a better man, a better woman, a better person because you're tired of telling people that you're going to do something and not doing it? Do you want to be that person in the mirror where you like what you see? That's a question that you have to answer. That's awesome, Crystal. I know I did exactly what I was supposed to do this year. When it comes to the next, it's a mystery. I look forward to the loyalty if I see the value in the same. And that's a great way to be. That's a great way to be. But hold your value regardless, because your value is important. Everybody's worth is important. Everybody's value is important. But the value and the worth that you hold to yourself is precious, because when you hold it to yourself and you use it the right way, then you express it in everything that you do. When I do these messages and these shows about relationships and life and CP moments, I've said before, it's not for me. It's not for me. It's for the people that I am reaching, the masses, the audience, the young, the old, the different, the not normal, the unaccepted. Understand what I am trying to do is not about me. What I'm trying to do is show people that honor and accountability and value and worth and self-reflection mean something. Everybody is not going to like you. Very few will love you, and even fewer will be truer to you. But the ones that do realize and understand what the fuck I'm saying right now. People spend their time saying what they're going to do. I don't not only want to say what I'm going to do, I want to hold myself accountable and do those things. Because I want it to mean something. The words I speak, the words that come out of my mouth, the messages that I leave, I want them to stick with you as an individual. Because people, if it doesn't stick with you and it doesn't stick to your ribs, if it's not a stick to your ribs kind of meal, if you don't hold on to it, if you don't value it, if you don't love it, if you don't want it, if you don't reach out for it, you're not going to get it. There are so many that are sitting on the couch saying, I understand what you're saying, but you're not taking the action to evaluate yourself. You're too fucking worried about what your family thinks, what everybody else is telling you not to do, why everybody else is telling me you can't, you won't, you shouldn't, don't do it, don't. But you've got the passion, you've got the love, you've got the anxiety, you've got the thought, you've got the pressure making you better, but you're waiting on them to give you the answer. Stop waiting on them and start believing in your fucking self and realize that you've got what it takes to make it happen. Realize that you're worth it. Realize that you're valuable. Realize that you're precious. Realize that the moments in your life are your moments, but you can do what you want to do with those moments as long as you do it the right way and you affect people positively and they wake up and realize what you're saying is right. Understand that the valuable words that come out of your mouth that are trying to push people in the direction are not just going to nudge them, but it's going to sometimes fucking shove them in the direction they want to go. Because you love them, because you care for them, because your honor, your respect, your value, your worth, all those words that you push out mean something to you and it means something to them. Man, what a line right there. You should go and love yourself. That's where it all starts. The funny part about it is, I mentioned looking in the mirror, and I mentioned valuing yourself. There are so many people that don't do that. And there are so many that allow others to put them down. Stop. You have to see your own worth. Do you know why people don't make changes in their life? Because they refuse to make the change. Somebody can tell you something 1,000,000 times over, but until you see it, until you realize it, until you understand it, until you grasp and grab a hold of that brass ring, you're not going to understand it. Until you truly evaluate what somebody is saying and why, if they're in that group that lifts you up and does it positively, understand what I'm talking about. It's that value that I'm talking about. At the end of the day, if I've got 93,173 people that don't like what I do, but I've got 10 or 12 that value it. And take those words that I use, honor, respect, self-confidence, all of that, to go and do the best that you can, and only change when you see that you need to change, and go through that self-reflection. And just because you have spina bifida, MS, CP, polymyositis, all of the disabilities that are out there, Down syndrome, all the people that are telling you you can't, I'm here today to tell you you can. And like I said, everybody is not going to like you. Very few people will love you, but the few that do are the ones that you can take with you. And the funny part about it is, I've been going up here for 36 minutes about honor and respect and self-evaluation. Hey, Kim, I'll tell you right now, you go back and you listen to the beginning of this motherfucker, you're going to learn something today. Because I will not let other people tell me what I can and cannot do. If you got the time to tell me what I can't do, I got the time to take a double-edged sword and show you that I can. You are so used to putting people down and telling people they can't, or they won't, or they don't have enough, or they'll never make enough, or they'll never be good enough. I got news for you. I'm DJ Carter, and I ain't changing for no fucking body. Unless I see those changes that need to be made. If I take that self-reflection and I say, you know what, this needs to happen. If I take that reflection and I say something in my life is not right, and I go back and I evaluate the shit that I'm going through, and I say, all right, are you using this to the best of your advantage to help people? Are you doing the absolute best that you can? Or are you worried about all the other ones that are telling you you're not? I'm going to say this one more time. Okay? Some people are not going to like you. Very few are going to love you. But the ones that do, and I'm talking about truly going back to those core values, honor, respect, love, worth, pushing through, to carry those values with you, you will see those values in them. And I'm going to tell you something else. You'll see those values in yourself too. I got about 2 minutes left. I want to end the 2 minutes with this. When someone is talking to you and it feels like they're being negative, make sure they are before you walk away. Okay? Because I want somebody to take this video, to share this video, to understand this video, and realize that you are good enough. That you are good enough. That you are worth it. But you're not just worth it to me. You've got to be worth it to you to make shit happen. I can't do it for you. I can push you in the right direction, but you've got to move forward. You've got to move forward. You've got to be the one to see that self-evaluation, that trust, that love, that honor, that power, that respect. Take it, use it, evaluate it, self-reflect every day. If you want a way to really look at yourself, do this. Take a box. Can be a shoe box, can be a little box, can be a treasure chest, can be whatever the box is. Take a box. Get a pack of index cards. And on those index cards, every day, at the end of the day, write something that you're thinking about. Can be whatever it is. Can be a trip. Can be a car. Can be a house. Can be a thought. You can be angry, happy, sad, mad, confused, whatever it is that you're fighting. Whatever it is that you're struggling with, whatever it is that you're dealing with, write it down. Write it down. And then in 1 year, do it every day. Every single day. In 1 year, go back and evaluate the thoughts in that box. In 1 year, go back and look at what you put in that box. Because I tell you, the greatest moment of self-reflection is when you realize you make a difference in someone else's life. My life is already great because of the people that I affect. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? My life is already as great as it's ever been because of the people that I reflect, that I touch, that I reach, that I go to, the audiences, the members, the women, the men, the children, the parents. It is great because I use everything I have from right here to give every motherfucking thing I got to make a difference. Make a difference today. Be happy, be healthy, and love yourself as much as I love you. Thank you, guys. Take it easy. If you can't be good, be bad, but be good at it. I'm D to the J with the rollaway. Check me out this Wednesday. My CP Does Not Define Me with Miss Brownisha Blackman. Fantastic episode. The flyer will be out tonight. You guys take it easy. Love you guys.